Hello everyone. Welcome back to day 14 of our SOC Analyst L1 Masterclass series. So I welcome you all again on this series, and hopefully you are enjoying this stream and loving the content I'm delivering you. So until now, we have covered logs, Windows events, Linux logs, and today we are step into one of the most powerful tools as an SOC analyst toolkit, which is SIEM, known as SIM tools. So that's the agenda for today. So we are going to learn about the SIM architecture, the why we need SIM tools, or how you install SIM tools for your practical purpose. So by the end of this session, you will not only understand what SIM is actually, it is why it is important, but also see how to install a open source SIM platform in your system. So that's the motive of today's session. So as many of you are still joining, so share it, like it, and do some comments so it will reach out to the most of the peoples. And if you want to highlight your comment, then you can do super chats. I'm continuously monitoring your chats. So yeah. So first, let me ask you a simple question. What is SIM actually? And why we need SIM? We have multiple tools in market. So why we need SIM for log collection and for analyst purpose? Before that, as you are thinking of the answer of this question, so I welcome everyone. Naman, hello Naman. Okay, so first, this is the day 14 of this SOC Analyst series. This is the series for 30 days in which you will able to learn the SOC concepts for L1. And my name is Sumit Jain. I'm your host and mentor for this stream. And that's something about my work experience. So I have 10 plus years of experience in ethical hacking, VAPT or red team operations, conducting workshops, trainings, or internships for thousands of students. And right now, I'm passionate about building the next generation of cybersecurity defenders. Okay, so that's the today we are going to talk about the SOC, one of the most important topic in SOC, which is the SIEM tools. So what is SIEM actually? So S means security, I means information, E means event, and M means management. So in when we phrase it, so this means SIM means security information and event management tool. So whenever someone asks you like what is, or you are using, or you are familiar with any SIM tools, so you have that thing in your mind, like they are asking me about security information and event management tools. Okay, so why you need SIM tools? First, we are going to talk about like why we need this. Because suppose right now, suppose you are an एसोसी एनालिस्ट, आप एक एसोसी एनालिस्ट हो और आपको मल्टीपल लॉग सोर्सेस को मॉनिटर करना है। समझने की कोशिश करना कि बहुत सारे लॉग सोर्सेस हैं जिनको आप मॉनिटर करना चाहते हो। सो लॉग सोर्सेस को मॉनिटर करना है। लॉग सोर्सेस को मॉनिटर करने के लिए जैसे हमारे पास विंडोज के लॉग्स हैं, यू हैव विंडोज लॉग्स, यू हैव लिनक्स लॉग्स, राइट, यू हैव फायरवॉल लॉग्स, यू हैव क्लाउड लॉग्स। सो बहुत सारे लॉग सोर्सेस हैं, एंड इफ यू वांट टू check all those log sources manually or separately, so why we need SIM? So SIM basically brings them all together in one dashboard. Using the SIM tools, you can not only manage all the log source, but also you can create alerts, you can correlate them. So instead of you checking Windows logs manually, Linux logs separately, or firewall logs separately, SIM basically brings them all together in one dashboard. So that's why the need of SIM is very important, and it basically organize the thousands of security events. So it will collect the logs from multiple sources, whatever sources you have, Windows, Linux, firewall, cloud, or etc. Right? It will correlate logs to detect threats. It will alert security teams in real time. Okay, so SIM basically provides centralized log collection, analysis, or alerting. So that's why the use of SIM is very important in the market. And because as you are going through with our previous sessions, you see whenever we are about to check the Windows logs, you see thousands of logs are generated. But when you are monitoring for an organization, there are multiple log source, not only Windows, not only Linux, not only cloud, not only firewall, maybe some database logs, maybe some security logs, maybe some system logs, right? So there are thousands of thousand security events that are happening daily, and you have to monitor it. So instead of checking them manually, we need a tool, we need a SIM tool, we need a security information event management tool that will collect all together, and or you can organize or you can analyze in a single dashboard, right? So that's why the SIM tools is very important, and that's the only reason we are using the SIM tools. So it's basically a security information and event management tools. Okay, now if I talk about what is SIM, hopefully you will get that idea, like why the SIM is important and why we are needing or needed to learn it or to use it. So the security event management, security information and event management is a security solution that basically collects the logs from multiple resources. Whatever your organization is depends to, it will collect the resources from multiple OS, multiple data sets, multiple cloud servers, right? And then it will normalize that and correlate that. You can correlate all the sources all together. You can detect the suspicious activity, you can trigger them, you can alert them, right? And then create reports. Also, it acts as the brain of SOC, because as you already know, we have multiple events. So if you have something that collect all the log sources, so it basically acts as a brain of SOC. Now, if I talk about the core functionalities of SIM, so it's basically what are the common functionality we have in SIM tools. You are seeing multiple SIM tools we are available in market, which is enterprise tools, open source tools, cloud tools, right? So the core functionalities of SIM tools is basically data collection, one of the core functionality we needed, and the SIM provides basically is data collection. So it collects data from servers, firewalls, endpoints, cloud, OS, dataset, databases, right? So the data collection is very important in order to learn the SOC structure or the SOC logs or whatever you want to. So the data collection is very important, and that's the functionality SIM has. So that's why we need SIM or we use SIM. Then the second core functionality we have is normalization. So it basically standard different log formats. As if you are going through with the previous sessions, so you understand that we have different log formats, right? So it basically normalize them. So if you normalize them, if you have all in one places, so that's why we use SIM. Then correlation. So you can create patterns here. You can create search queries, and that will matches events to detect patterns. Suppose you create a search query related to unsuccessful login to detect the brute force or any other thing. So basically it matches events to detect patterns. It can create alerts. It can send notification for suspicious activities. It can use for reporting purpose. So compliance reports, as you all know, PCI DSS, HIPAA, ISO 27001, right? And we can also use the SIM to forensic and investigation purpose as well. So total 6 core functionalities we have: data collection, normalization, correlation, alerting, reporting, and forensic and investigation purpose. So you can use SIM to collect sources, collect patterns, uh, normalize all of the log formats. You can create alerts and uh, detect some suspicious activities. You can report them. You can use compliance reports. The reports we have available in the market as per compliance policy. So I mentioned 3 of them, but there are many. And we can also use this SIM tools for forensic and investigation purpose. Like you want to know like what is the root cause of this incident, right? So suppose if I failed login, if a failed login happens on a server, it may not mean much, but in the same IP address tries 100 logins across 10 servers, so SIM will basically detect it instantly, right? So that's why the SIM is very important. Now, if you are if you are familiar or following my previous session, so I talk about one of the log management tool. So what is the difference between log management and SIM tools? As you all know, like we are using the this log management tool, which is Logly. So Logly is a log management tool in which also you can collect the logs, right? You can collect the logs from different sources. That's the functionality of log management. If you want to collect the log sources from Linux, from Windows, from data servers, from firewalls, or any other thing, you can collect it. So now you will ask me like why, if we are able to collect the logs from different sources in log management tool, then why we need this SIM? Because you have to understand like why, or the common difference, and why we need SIM tools basically. So yes, log management tools is able to store logs. You can collect the log sources, logs from different sources, but SIM has that functionality as well. You have that functionality, like SIM is also having that, right? But suppose if you want to normalization, that functionality is not available in the log management tool. The real-time analysis is not able to happen in the log management tool. The correlation, it is not happening in the log management tool. Alerting thing, this is not able to happen in the log management tool. Okay, and the compliance report. So these all are not able to, the log management tool is not able to have all these functionality, but the SIM architecture, SIM tools is basically having that. So that's why we need SIM, or that's the basic difference of log management and SIM tools. If you are uh, differentiating both of them using features, so that's the basic difference both in both of them. Okay, now if you are look about or look into the SIM architecture, अगर आपको SIM architecture के बारे में सोचना है, SIM architecture को समझना है, ठीक है, तो आपको ये समझना होगा कि SIM इसका वर्कफ्लो क्या है. What will be the workflow of SIM tool? So that's the workflow on your screen. So first it will collect the logs. So whatever log sources you have, it will collect the logs. So basically log collection is the important thing. Whatever log sources you have endpoints, you have servers, you have firewalls, you have desktops. So whatever sources you have, it will collect the log. Then it will normalize it. So log sources, then it will collect or forward to agents, then SIM core, and then in the SIM, that in the dashboard or in the SIM tools, you can check it. Okay, so suppose the example workflow I have given in the PPT is like endpoint log we have, it is the sys log. So the log sources is endpoint log. the syslog is the log basically, then it goes to the SIM server, and then we can analyze and alerts. So in the SIM tools basically works like log collection, normalize, correlation. It will detect the pattern of attack. It will notify the SOC analyst, and you can take the actions as well. You can block IPs, you can disable accounts. Everything will be available, or you can do it with the help of SIM tools. Now, if I talk about the common tools we have in the market, like what are the common tools we have in the market for the SIM purpose? So, see, there are many tools, there are many things we have, but what you can do, you can learn about some of them. Okay, so if you learn about some of them, maybe it will be enough for you for L1 position. But see, it's depend on the industry as well. Sometimes basically, maybe in some industry they are not using Splunk, or they are not using logarithm, they are using Vizu or maybe Azure Sentinel. So if you know two or three these two or three of them, then it's easier for you to handle all of them, because you will know what the functionality is, how you can operate it, how to collect the log sources, how to create alerts, right? So it's not particularly like what I advise is like, not you can read two or three tools, that is enough. And when you are working in the industry, you can take uh, one step higher and learn all of them. So basically, SIM tools work as a whole, and you can practice in some of the open source tools. So if I talk about the commercial tools that are used in the industry, which is Splunk, then IBM QRadar, Logarithm, and ArcSight. These are the commercial tools. And normally, why we are using Splunk and IBM QRadar, or normally they are in some industry they are using the open source tools as well, because Splunk and QRadar is basically very the price is too high. Like not everyone afford it, so that's why they are go with the open source tools like Vaiju, or ELK stack, or OSSIM, right? So suppose if I show you the Splunk, so this is the Splunk tool. You can check out the website. This is a commercial tool, Splunk. Then we have IBM QRadar as well. This is the Splunk. You can use the cloud platform as well as a free trial. You can download it as well in your system. So we will use it. Then IBM QRadar. IBM QRadar is also one of the mostly used tools as an SIM in the industry. So you can learn to operate this tool as well. Then we have logarithm. So logarithm is also very important tool. You can check that out as well. Logarithm. Okay. So these are the common tools we have, that are known as commercial tools. But we have some open source tools as well, like the Vaiju, ELK stack, or OSSIM. So in my session, I'm going to use Splunk and Vaiju, one commercial and one open source. Then we have some cloud-based SIM tools as well, like Sentinel or Google Chronicle. So it depends on on the company, like whatever or what tool they are using for their SIM purpose. Okay. Now, if I talk about Vaiju, So what Vaiju is? Vaiju is open source tool. You can check out the website as well of this tool. You can this is open source, so you can install it in your system as well. This is operate as a cloud server as also, so you can claim the free cloud trial, in which you will get the dashboard as you are seeing in the screenshot. So here dashboard, the event or agent. Agent means like wherever your log sources appear to. Okay. So now if I talk about like how you will install this. Okay. So you have to note down the commands, and like suppose like what things, what for performing the practice, or to for doing the practice, what system you have. So you have VMware available, in which you install the Kali Linux. Okay, so the point is like if we install the Vaiju in some another server, like suppose Windows, so you have to download or you have to connect the Vaiju dashboard, where you will collect all the logs, or Vaiju agent that will basically forward the logs to the Vaiju dashboard. So you have to install both of them separately. But if you have the Linux installed in your system, what you can do, you can install the Vaiju dashboard and Vaiju agent in your Kali Linux. So basically you are installing the Vaiju as a local server. So in on your locally, you are managing the Vaiju dashboard, in which all the logs will be forwarded to. You can create search queries, or you can create alert systems. And using Vaiju agent is basically able to forward it to the Vaiju dashboard. Okay, so there are some commands in you have to run in your system. So I'm going to show you the command. So keep one thing in mind. Suppose you are using the AMD 64 architecture or x86 64 architecture, then this command will work on the system. And if you are using the ARM 64 based architecture, right? If you are using VMware Fusion, if you are using MacBook or by Apple, so if you are using VMware Fusion in which you install the Kali Linux, so these commands will not work. Okay, for that you need to find out the ARM 64 based commands. Okay, so let me explain you to the commands. So I'm not able to show you the demonstration in my Kali because I have the ARM 64 based system installed in my MacBook. So when we connect tomorrow again, so I will installed it already. But for you, I have write down the commands for your purpose. Like you are using the x86 architecture, so you have the Kali, so you can install it in your system, right? So the very first thing you need to install is the Vaiju manager or Vaiju dashboard. So what Vaiju manager or Vaiju dashboard is actually? So if we go to the documentation of the Vaiju application, in which you will see, go to the Vaiju sim. So it will, you will get the idea like what is sim actually, and go to the documentation. In the documentation, you will see the Vaiju server or the Vaiju dashboard and Vaiju agent as well. So you need to install Vaiju dashboard and Vaiju agent. So if I open it in two different tabs, so see what is Vaiju dashboard is basically, so this central component is a flexible and intuitive web interface for mining, analyzing and visualizing security data. It provides out of the box dashboards allowing you to seamlessly navigate through the user interface. With the Vaiju dashboard, users can visualize security events, detect vulnerabilities, file integrity monitoring data, configuration assessment results, cloud infrastructure monitoring events, and regulatory compliance standard. So basically, Vaiju dashboard is the thing you need to install in your system to monitor everything. So from whatever sources your logs will be forwarded to, you will collect them in Vaiju dashboard. Then you can visualize it, you can analyze it, you can analyze the security incident, you can visualize it, or you can detect vulnerabilities, you can monitor them, you can configure the assessment results also. So Vaiju dashboard is the very first thing you need to install it in your system for collecting the log sources via Vaiju agent. Now, if I talk about the Vaiju agent, so what Vaiju agent is basically, the Vaiju agent is multi-platform and runs on endpoints that the user wants to monitor. So what endpoints is like the I want to monitor my Windows logs. So in my case, the Windows is basically my endpoint. If I want to monitor the Linux log, then the Linux is my endpoint. If I want to monitor the cloud logs, so cloud is my endpoint. So whatever you want to monitor, it basically becomes the endpoint. So the Vaiju agent, what agent will do, it will communicate with the Vaiju server or the Vaiju dashboard and sending all the data in near real time through an encrypted and authenticated channel. So basically, whenever any incident happens, and if you have installed the Vaiju agent on your endpoints, it will automatically send out the real-time data into the Vaiju dashboard. And in the Vaiju dashboard, you are able to monitor it. You are able to see it, you are able to filter it, you are able to analyze it, right? So we need two things right now to particularly practice the SIM tools or particularly understanding the SIM tools. सो सिम को समझने के लिए, इसकी फंक्शनैलिटी को समझने के लिए, इसको प्रैक्टिकली परफॉर्म करने के लिए आपको वाईजू डैशबोर्ड और वाईजू एजेंट दोनों को इंस्टॉल करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. So that will be the command for installing the Vaiju dashboard first. So these are the commands to install the Vaiju dashboard in your system. I'm considering like you are using the Kali Linux as the log sources or as handling the log sources as Vaiju dashboard. Okay, so first we are going to install the Vaiju manager. So what you have to do, first you have to update your Kali. So run the command sudo apt update, and then I want to upgrade it as well. So I want to upgrade it my Kali Linux also, so that's why I'm running the update and upgrade command together. And if you do not want to run it together, you can run those commands separately as well. Like first run sudo apt update and then run sudo apt upgrade. So it will update your Kali. All the packages that are missing in your system will be upgraded or updated. After that, you need to run this command curl -so, then the URL in which your Vaiju installation script is available. So what this script will do basically, so this script will install the all the thing. So Vaiju basically provides an all-in-one installation script. Like whatever you need to install in your system using that script, you can install it in all-in-one, in one place. You do not have to download multiple things. So that's why we are going to download first this script. The script name is vaiju-install.sh. That's the script name. So in here you are seeing these two different commands, not a single command. So you have to run the curl command first. So using the curl command, your script will be downloaded in your system. After that, we are going to run this script. So as you see, this is a bash script. So we are going to use the bash command to run this script. So sudo bash, then vaiju-install.sh space -a, right? This is the command to install the Vaiju manager in your system. So what are the things it installed using this script? So in your system, Vaiju manager will be installed, Vaiju dashboard will be installed, or Vaiju indexer will be installed. Like manager, in which you manage all the things, dashboard, in which you will see all the things, and indexer, right? So these three things will be installed automatically. If you get any error, so maybe you will not have any particular package, or maybe you are not able to fully updated your Kali Linux. So make sure your Kali was fully updated or upgraded, and after that you can run you can install this Vaiju script or Vaiju manager. Then you have to access the Vaiju dashboard. So for that you need to run the or you need to start some services to access the dashboard. Okay, so first you need to start these three things, which is sudo systemctl status. Check out the status of Vaiju manager. If it is not running, then you have to run it. So but change the status to start, and the service will be running. So the command will be sudo systemctl then start Vaiju hyphen manager. So using this command, your Vaiju manager will be installed. Then sudo systemctl Vaiju dashboard, sudo systemctl Vaiju indexer. So you have to check if both three services are running or not. If they are not running, you have to run it using systemctl. So right now the command I have given is basically checking the status of these three services. If they are not running, so you can run it. Then you can access the Vaiju dashboard using your localhost. So what you have to do, open your URL, then go to https:// then provide your Linux IP, whatever private IP you have provided, port number. So port number is 5601. That's the default configuration port the Vaiju is running basically. So when you type the Kali IP with the port number 5601, your dashboard will be open. So when you open the dashboard, it will ask for the password. So the default credential is admin, but you will ask to change the password at the first login. Whenever you want to make the first login, you have to change the password. But right now the default credential or the default password is admin. Okay, so tell me in the comments till now you are able to understand it, like how to install Vaiju dashboard in your system. First we have to download the Vaiju script, then we have to run it. After that we have to check the three services. If they are running, all good. If they are not running, you have to run it. After that, open your browser, access the dashboard using your private IP. So run the ifconfig command. Using that, you will get the IP from for Kali Linux, and with the help of port number 5601, your dashboard will be accessible, in which you can provide the default credential, which is admin, and you need to change your password when you do the first login. So tell me in the comments if you are able to get the procedure till now, or if you have any question, query, anything, drop some comments. Make this session interactive. You can drop your thoughts. You can drop if I miss something in this session or the previous session, so you can highlight this, like I should make the or I should include that particular topic also in my stream. So drop some comments, make this session interactive. You are enjoying it or not, you are learning it or not, or you are able to understand the installation process. Because when I connect again tomorrow, so the Vaiju manager and Vaiju dashboard is or will be installed in my system, which is ARM64 based. Okay, so these commands will not work on my system, so I have to use some another commands. So if you need it, then I will provide it. So I got one question, why we are going to install this? Because you need to use the SIM tools. You need to collect the log sources from different endpoints in one place. For that you need SIM tools, and in the market there are many SIM tools available, and we are using open source SIM tool, which is Viju. Splunk is available also, but that is commercial tool. So I'm also going to show you how to install Splunk also. Basically, in this series, we are going to talk about two SIM tools, Splunk or Viju. See, not in all the industry, everyone is using Splunk. Some of them are using Logarithm, some of them are using QRadar, some of them are using Viju. So you will, if you have the knowledge for two or three tools, so it would be beneficial. Okay, so tell me if you are able to understand the installation process. See, if you do this in your system, you will get the idea, you will get how to install this. And again, if you find any problem while installation, you can reach out to me via the Telegram channel. So the link is available in the video description. You can check that out. And the I'm available on Telegram. So no, statement is not true from one person which is saying all companies are using Splunk. No, that statement is not true. Splunk is used in the market, but everyone is using the Splunk is not true. The industry is heavily depends on QRadar also, Azure Sentinel, Viju, Logarithm, Sumo Logic. There are many SIM tools available. Okay, moving on, till now we are able to install the Viju manager. Now you need to install the Viju agent. Using the agent, you are able to forward the logs from your endpoint to the dashboard. So you have to install the agent as well. So that's the command for installing the agent. So first you need to download the agent, Viju agent. So using the curl command, the agent will be downloaded, and it is a Debian package. So you can run it with the dpkg. So Debian package is basically run with the dpkg. So with the help of sudo dpkg-i, which is include or install the package name dot slash, and wherever your Debian package is downloaded, so you can provide the path. So using this command, the Viju agent will be installed in your system. These are two commands. First is basically for downloading the Debian package for Viju agent. The second is for downloading the or installing the package for Viju agent. So someone is saying like he have Windows OS. So check out or visit the Viju website in which you will find the installation for Windows as well, right? So Viju dashboard or agent will be installed in Linux or Windows also. So if you are using Windows, then yes, you can go to the step-by-step installation, and here are you can install it on Windows as well. Okay, and similarly for Viju agent. So it is available for Windows as well. Maybe some of the feature is not particularly working, like the agent will be installed. Here is the thing. I need to check out like if the dashboard is also available for Windows. Okay, now as we installed the Viju agent, now we have to configure it. So we have to configure the Vaiju agent. So it will basically forward the logs to the Vaiju dashboard. So first you need to edit this file. This file is already available if you install the Vaiju agent. So the file name is ossec.conf and it is available in variable. So to edit the file, I'm using the Nano, but you can use the Vim or VI editor also, or maybe any other editor you are familiar of. So open the file with the help of sudo nano, then the file name or file path, which is var slash ossec slash etc slash ossec.conf. So that's the file for Vaiju agent. You need to open it to edit it, right? What you need to edit, you have to add your local manager address. So that's the thing you have to add it. So I have provided the code, you have to add it, you have to add this thing in your file. After that you can save it. Got my point? What you have to do, first you have to install the Vaiju agent, and then you have to configure it. So you can open the file and provide the local manager address. Okay, now your file is edited. You provided the local manager address. Now you have to register the agent. So you can run this thing like sudo var ossec slash bin slash agent hyphen auth space hyphen m space your local host address. Using this, your agent will be registered. So it will basically ask for the agent name. So whatever your agent name is, you can provide it, like the Kali or whatever username you have basically. So you can provide it. So once the agent was registered in your system, now you can start the Vaiju agent services. Similarly, like when we are installed the Vaiju dashboard, so we start the services for Vaiju dashboard. Similarly, you have to start the services for Vaiju agent as well. Okay, so that's the command sudo systemctl enable Vaiju agent and then sudo systemctl start Vaiju agent. Using these two commands, your Vaiju agent will be, or Vaiju agent service will be running on running mode. It will be if it will be disabled or it is stopped, it will be running. So you have your service will be started. Okay, now you have to verify it. So remember, we open the Vaiju dashboard in the browser here. When we install the Vaiju dashboard, we basically open this dashboard in the URL. So now you have to check here if it is your Kali agent will be available here. If it is going to show here, that means your configuration is successful. Otherwise, you have to recheck it. So you have to verify both things. How? Go to the Vaiju dashboard, which is running on your local host. Go to the browser and check out the local host, your Kali IP and the port number, and go to agent, and you will see Kali agent is connected. If you are not able to find the Kali agent connected, then you have to recheck. Maybe some of these services is not started, or maybe the Vaiju agent is not properly configured. The file is not properly edited. So you have to basically troubleshoot it. Now that's the configuration and installation. Now to check if it is perfectly fine, working fine or not, you can generate some logs, like performing some tasks in the operating system, logging into the operating system, providing the wrong passwords, editing some file, viewing some file, anything you want to basically perform. So the logs will be created. So you have to generate some events. So for that, I provide two commands, but if you have anything in your mind, you can use those commands also. So now here I use the sudo soup. So it will I want to switch in the root account, but I will provide the wrong password. So it will basically registered as failed login attempts. And then I want to check the or run the tail command. So basically I want to generate some events, whatever you want to, you can generate it and check if the agent is particularly connected or not. If the events will be forwarded in your Kali, in your YG dashboard, that means everything is connected. Otherwise, you miss something. Okay, so that's the thing you have to do it. You have to install the YG dashboard or YG agent in your system. My next session is basically based on this. We are going to use the Splunk as well, but after we are after the once but once when once when we finish the YG. Okay, so the use cases of SIM is like why we are using the SIM. It's basically able to detect the brute force, the detect malware outbreaks, monitor insider threats, identify data exfiltration, or monitor compliance violation. So these are all the things is that's why the we use SIM. So now that's the some questions for you. So tell me in the comments if you uh, watch the session carefully. So hopefully you are able to uh, give me the answers for this all the questions. So first tell me what does SIM stands for? Like why we need SIM or what the SIM actually means. If anyone knows the answer, make some comments, guys. What does SIM stands for? What do you understand by the SIM? What does SIM stands for? Anyone wants to give me the answer? Security information and event management. So that's the SIM full form or the SIM stands for. Name three popular SIM tools. So I'm going to answer this because you know like Splunk or QRadar or Vaiju, we are basically using or naming all of them. So which function detects suspicious patterns in SIM? Which function basically detects some suspicious patterns in SIM? You know about the patterns we are going to use in sim tools. So which function basically detects suspicious patterns? Anyone wants to answer it? Which function basically detect suspicious patterns? So the answer is correlation. The sim correlation function is basically detect the suspicious patterns. Okay, the next question is Splunk open source or commercial? So it is obviously commercial. And next is which SIM function is used for compliance audits? So कौन सा ऐसा फंक्शन है जिसको अपन सिम टूल्स में कंप्लायंस ऑडिट के लिए काम लेते हैं? सो you have to answer it. Which function is basically you will use for compliance audits in SIM tools? Which function you will use for compliance audits in SIM? Okay, so I'm not getting any new answer. So the answer for this is reporting and compliance management, or like log retention, audit ready reports. These are the SIM functionalities you will use for compliance audits. Okay, so that's it for today. And when we connect tomorrow, so we are going to see the how to connect the Vaiju agent and Vaiju dashboard. But if you want to install it in your system, so that's the command for it. You can check out the command. The slide will be available in your Google Drive. So the session tracker will be available in the video description. You can check that out. Slide will be available. So you can copy the command and run it in your system and install the Vaiju dashboard and Vaiju agent. So you can basically forward the log into Vaiju dashboard using Vaiju agent. Okay, these both tools will be installed in your Kali, so you do not have to install separate machines for both of them. These are working on same Kali, like same operating system. If you do not have Kali, then or Linux system, then you can use the Windows as well. And for that, you need to check out the Vaiju application. Okay, so when we connect tomorrow, I will talk about the Vaiju first, how you can use the Vaiju tool to correlate them to perform the compliance audits, or how the logs will be forwarded. Okay, so the session tracker is available in the video description. You can check that out. So yes, the video will be uploaded in the live, so you can check that out whenever you want to. I'm not basically delete it, so it will be automatically live when the stream ends. You can you can check the playlist in which you will find that. So the session tracker is there in the video description. The resources drive link is all there. The Telegram group link is also there for doubt discussion. You can join the WhatsApp community as well for the new batches alert. And you can, if you like the video, if you think like you get some benefit from it, make sure to like the video, share those clips on your network, like on LinkedIn or whatever network you have, on your WhatsApp groups or your Telegram groups, so I will get some audience to learn from it. And you can follow me on LinkedIn also, where all the resources will be shared, and many more. So when you open or check out my LinkedIn, you will find out plenty of resources of for you to read out, or that will help you in your cybersecurity journey. Okay, so with that note, I will take or end this stream here. So thank you everyone for joining, and I will see you tomorrow until you will basically install these. And when we connect tomorrow, we will straight talk about Vaiju dashboard. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining it. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to like and share this video. And thanks once again. Take care. Bye bye. Good night.